Senator, we were just talking to Speaker Martinez about President Trump's speech that he made this week and how well the legislature is preparing for more cuts from the Trump administration, more cuts in federal programs, federal employees. Have you done enough to prepare for this?
We're just starting to prepare for that. The president made some comments, and so we don't know what those are going to look like. I don't believe that Medicaid will get cut. I was at a fiscal leaders meeting over the summer. All chairs of finance committees across the state, Republicans, Democrats, number one issue across the United States for them. And we're all going to stand strong. We can't bear those cuts in Medicaid. That's the highest cost to the state. That's the reason we're creating the Medicaid Trust Fund this year, is because in our state budget, the highest cost to the state budget is Medicare.
Mm-hmm. We always talk about the cycle of boom and bust in the oil and gas industry. You guys have had so much money the past few years, just boom, boom, boom. Are you worried about the double barrel attack that's going to come from the Trump administration on spending and the bust that we know is going to come in oil and gas?
Well, in New Mexico, we've set ourselves up to overcome that. For the last 2 years as chair of LFC, we've set New Mexico up and said, let's take Mound money, invest it. So by 2030, our revenues, investment revenues, will equal what we get in oil and gas. And so we smooth that. It's going to take a little time. The market's a little down today, but over time, New Mexico has set itself up not to be dependent on oil and gas. And that's a big, bold move. You have to control spending. We did that with capital outlay. So we've set New Mexico up. Let's take the billions of dollars we're receiving, let's put them in places where we can have investments, let's generate revenue, and let's not be that dependent on oil and gas, because it's going to happen at some point.
But what if it happens sooner rather than later? You just said it's going to take some time for these moves to really get moving.
We have put in place triggers in funds all over the place to hold us harmless. We know that with our 30% reserves right now, if we had a cut to Medicaid and they cut Medicaid pretty much to the bone, that's about $3 billion. That would be a $6 million, 6-month stint. That's all we would have. So it would take cost savings in agencies. It would take a multiple of things to hold us harmless. And so we think if New Mexico sees a slight downturn or additional costs, we can ride those out for 3 to 5 years, doing the right things across the board. That's some cutting, sanding of agencies, pulling from our funds, pulling from other places.
And this is how it used to be. You've been here in these years when you're clawing back and sanding. All of this means taking money that you've given to someone back. Could you do more now to prevent any of that?
I mean, we're preparing to do that, right? We're looking at scenarios. If it's a cut of $500 million or less, where do we go first? What does that look like? We're looking at a scenario if it's $1 billion or more. What does that look like? And so we're building those scenarios, preparing for what might come. But we don't know the unknown. And so as we move forward, you can prepare, but you don't know what's going to happen. And so until you know what has happened, we can come in and say, here's our preparedness for this. But we're not going to be reactive to what the president is doing right now. I think a lot of it is a lot of talk and chatter. A lot of it will be hard for him to get through Congress. A lot of it with the Senate reconciliation, it'll be hard too. We know it's going to be late October, maybe before they reconcile the budget. And so we got a little bit of time, and so we can prepare as that goes forward.
Senator, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Senator Lanier, I want to talk to you about President Trump this week addressed a joint session of Congress. What do you think of his early aggressive moves to cut government spending?
Well, I think it's a problem a lot of politicians have. If you don't get on the ground and get your stuff moving forward right away, then you're already going backwards. The American people elected him to do a job, and he's doing that job. And the time frame that it takes sometimes might be different for different folks, but it's refreshing to have somebody that's going to move quickly and fast. We're getting results daily.
I think some of those results have been a little bit unexpected. Are you concerned about the impact on New Mexico's economy, given how much government presence we have here, how much the state depends on government contracts and money?
Yeah, I mean, it's concerning because it's coming very fast, and that money is getting raked back in, and we knew he's doing exactly what he told us he was going to do, and our problem was I don't think we believed him. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of things in Santa Fe that we could follow his lead and start, you know, cutting back and repositioning ourselves for the future instead of just living year by year.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. The House just passed the largest ever budget, $10.8 billion. It's a 6% increase over last year. We just talked to Senator Munoz a little bit about that. He talked, as many Democrats have so far this session, about the steps that the legislature has made to put that money in trust funds and make it future money. Are you concerned about government cuts and the budget being so big?
I'm concerned about the budget being big. You know, I'm a conservative, and I want to make sure we have oil and gas right now, and these folks that don't want to acknowledge that, I feel for them. But the fact of it is, we're only getting these trust funds and things because the oil and gas is treating us very well. And so, you know, everybody says, well, it's going to end. You know, we're going to have to make adjustments. Well, that's fine. Let's plan for that future. Let's not just spend all of this money as it's coming in. Let's sock it away and have it for a rainy day.
So what do you like about the budget that the House sent over, and what are you hoping to change before it goes to the governor?
Well, we're just getting into it. So we're just kind of starting those negotiations. You got to keep in mind that there's 4 factions involved. You have the governor's office, you have LFC, you have the House, and you have the Senate. And so trying to get all of those groups together to agree on an amount when everybody has their own personal preferences, it becomes a very tough negotiation, I should say. But we're ready.
Do you have any ideas of things that you want to cut or places that you feel like we need to trim, or?
We don't have enough time in this interview for all the things I would like to trim. But you know, there's some very large ticket items out there that we want to be careful with. And so, you know, one of them is economic development. We're spending a lot of money on economic development. Is it feasible? Fine. If it's not, all of you drove on roads to get here. What are we doing in the Department of Transportation? So it's very important that we use that money wisely. We can't just say we got all this money, let's throw everything into CYFD, early childhood development. We can't just focus on one thing. We've got to spread it out through the whole state.
Are you comfortable with the CYFD reforms that the House has been working on?
I believe so. I think they're working the right direction. Now, is it going to be a perfect solution? We know that's not going to happen. Being a former educator, I tend to kind of drift towards the kids anyway, and so that's something that's going to be an ongoing process and work to be done. Even after this governor leaves office, it's still going to be something that's very important.
Paid family medical leave.
Totally against. I'm a small business owner. I work for Taco Bell in Farmington, New Mexico, and it will just devastate what we're trying to do. I understand that employers, some of them out there may not be as flexible as we are with time off, but you know, for example, Taco Bell, if we just take Taco Bell, we have 150 employees. Most of those employees can't really afford anything out of their paycheck at the time. And I don't care what anybody says, it's a tax. If you're charging me money and I don't get to say yes or no, that's a tax.
Senator, thank you so much for talking to us.